Today, we're doing a quick recap on my family's vacation to Cape Coral, Florida. Can you take a beach trip without paying to stay on the beach? You'll find out today. Episode 90 starts right now.
Welcome to the Family Vacationer with Rob and Danny. The go-to podcast for families on the move.
Welcome, friends. I'm Danny.
And I'm Rob, and this is episode 90 of the Family Vacationer. Hey, thanks for being with us on another episode of the Family Vacationer. And if you enjoy the show, do us a huge favor. Tell your friends and your family about the podcast. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and view the video version of the show on YouTube. Also, we want to hear from you, our listeners. We're getting really close to our 100th show, and we want to include as many of you on that show as possible. If you'll go to www.thefamilyvacationer.live/100th episode, 100th episode, and just tell us something fun or something practical you've learned from one of our many, many awesome special guests. Maybe you visited a place that we've covered on the show. You can talk about that. Hey, maybe you just want to say hello. Do that. We would love to hear from you.
Yes, be sure to stop by and let us hear from you. So my family and I just took a trip to Cape Coral, Florida. But yes, we stayed away from the beach. Now, it was definitely cheaper and we saved lots of money. And so today I'm going to tell you how we made the most of the beach without being on the beach.
Okay, I want to ask first thing. I don't want to get in your wallet, but when you say you saved a ton of money,
yes,
give me a rough estimate of how much you saved.
Yeah, I would say compared to what we looked at right on the beach, we were talking for this particular place in the $1,000 range.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about where you took a beach trip to.
Yep.
Where did you guys stay? Talk a little bit about the area.
Yeah. So we stayed in Cape Coral. Now, this is when you go all the way down to Tampa, keep on going a couple hours. So it is down there. It's on the Panhandle, but it's on the Gulf, but it is down there. Now, if you're familiar with Sanibel, it is a little bit above Sanibel. So we stayed in Cape Coral in an Airbnb. Now, this particular Airbnb had its own pool. It had a big screened-in cover, and it had a hot tub right next to the pool as well. Nice little lounging area. It was a 3-bedroom, big kitchen, really big living room, 2 full baths. It was a great place.
Okay. So how much time did you actually stay on the beach? Just curious, or go to the beach? Yeah.
So we went Saturday to Saturday, and we were on the beach Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Okay. All right. So you went with your 2 daughters, correct?
No, actually, my oldest daughter just started a new job. And so she didn't want to ask off, which I commend her for. So it was
adulting.
I know. Why do they have to grow up? So it was my youngest daughter, myself and my wife, and my youngest daughter's friend. And so we got to take a friend along. And then since my oldest daughter was not going, it kind of freed up one of the bedrooms. So my wife, Amber, her parents, we said, hey, you guys want to go? And so they took it up and took up that extra bedroom.
Okay, nice. So tell us, how did you make the most of the beach without actually staying on the beach?
Yes. So my wife, if you don't know, she's a professional organizer. I think I've mentioned that on the show before. She's a planner. She's a researcher. She likes to have it lined up, but she's not overkill. All right. Okay. She's backed off a little, but she had done her research.
Wait, are you saying she was overkill at one point, Dan?
I mean, no.
I don't want to get you in trouble. Keep going.
Shut up, Rob. All right. Just stop asking questions. No, okay. I will say this. There was one particular Disney trip where her sister was going like, you gotta chill, man. Because
you were so going to get yourself in trouble. Now I feel bad for okay.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good.
So you're making the most of the beach without staying on the beach.
Yes.
You were talking about that.
She had it lined up. So I'm going to go ahead and say the downside of staying away, obviously you have to drive to a beach. You have to know where your public access points are. You have to know what it costs. all those kind of things. But she had already worked all that out. So the first day we drove out and we went to this place called Lover's Key.
Okay.
Now, pretty much anytime in this area, when you're going to park for public beach access, expect to pay.
Sure.
And we found that the going rate is usually about $5 an hour.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you got a family who says, hey, I can only stay at the beach so much in one day, that might work for you.
Yeah.
All right. So, but beautiful water. Lover's Key was great. Second day, we went to Sanibel Lighthouse Park.
Okay.
Again, same thing, $5 an hour. I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys, if you're going to go to this area, Sanibel, Captiva area, get to the beach early. I'm talking 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Because when we would come off the beach, there would be a line of cars circling like sharks, waiting on waiting on somebody to move.
It's like the mall at Christmas.
Exactly like that. So get there early or you're going to be driving around. One lady actually was really mad and she said, are you leaving? And I was like, yes, ma'am, we're leaving. It says she tells her husband, points at our place, and that guy was not going to move until we backed out. And I said, it's going to be a minute because, you know, they got to go change and stuff like that.
Yeah.
She was on fire. Said, my husband's been driving around for 45 minutes looking for a parking place.
And that, of course, is because of you. It's your fault, right?
Yes, because I got there early. I'm super thankful for my wife. I'm going to say this on record, who plans and knows the deal. So we avoid that kind of thing.
For sure.
Now we went to a place called Barefoot Beach on Tuesday. Great place. And I mean, beautiful water. Now, Wednesday, we took an off day. So each one of these beaches we're driving to is anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes.
Oh, wow.
So I'm going to confess, you got to drive a little bit.
Yeah.
But again, you know, we're saving a ton of money on the place and we got a nice place with a pool.
Yeah.
And this is the first time we've ever done a beach trip like this. We've always stayed right on the beach.
Sure.
Thursday of that week, we went to Bowman's Beach Park. And this is like, you think this is, we actually drove past it because we said, no, that is a super rich neighborhood. And we kept going and we realized, oh, wait, no, that is the park entrance. So you drive through all these $1 million homes and then you finally get to where you want to go to the beach. Super nice. Now, the last day on Friday, we went back to Lighthouse.
Okay.
Now, all the water down there was warm. You didn't have to get used to it, and it was all relatively clear, but Lighthouse Beach had the clearest water.
Okay.
So you like to float when you're at the beach. I like to put on my goggles and stay underwater the whole time and find stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah. So
I get lung exercises because I'm just breathing and taking a big breath and then I'm underwater for like an hour. So anyway, that we did have to drive.
Yeah.
But it's okay. We got there early enough, so we made it work.
So how many hours did you stay at the beach typically?
We could do about 4 hours.
Okay.
And now then it was hot.
I got you. So did you pack food? I mean, if you're driving 30, 45, if you're driving a ways to the beach, did you pack lunch or did y'all go after the beach or how did you do that?
We did both. We packed, well, we didn't pack lunch really. We packed a lot of snacks. And we ate breakfast before we left. We packed a lot of snacks and, we may throw in a sandwich or two just in case, but typically about, 4 hours in, it's right after lunchtime. It's getting crowded. It's getting super hot.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, okay, we're ready to go. So we go and find a place for lunch.
All right. Good segue. So let's talk restaurants. What were the good restaurants in the area?
So the first day we ate at a restaurant on Sanibel. Well, I'll say the second day because we were in Sanibel Lighthouse that day. We ate at a restaurant that I won't say the name of because you and I don't like to slander or talk bad about anybody.
For sure.
But it was okay. I had fried shrimp.
Yeah.
I go there for the seafood. I want seafood on vacation.
Yeah.
Little bland. Wasn't impressed.
Right.
My daughter Zoe got a barbecue type pulled pork type sandwich, or maybe I can't remember what I had on it, but anyway, it was okay. Not something I would order again. We sampled a little bit of everything, and none of it was anything I'd necessarily order again. Now, I am going to say this: the second restaurant we went to was called the Bubble Room.
The Bubble Room. Okay.
Yes. Now, when you pull up at the Bubble Room, you get out. It's a really popular place, hopping. You're a little confused because it says Merry Christmas.
Okay.
You go inside, the whole place is decorated Christmas. And this messed with my brain, man. Because I'm Clark Griswold, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Mr. Christmas.
I shouldn't have agreed with that so quickly.
Thanks. What are you saying,
Dan?
I am Mr. Christmas, and the day after Thanksgiving, it's on. That's our family day. We kick it off, but I have to do that when it's time, not before.
Yeah, and you're not really expecting that at the beach,
exactly.
At a place called the Bubble Room. So
I know. I walk in, there's Christmas music playing.
Yeah, I would be confused as well.
I'm going, what is going on? And then Amber walks in behind me. I'm looking at her like, what is this place? But you go, there's moving train going across the ceiling. If you're listening on the podcast, I'm doing my hand like the trains. So there's a train going around the ceiling, and your table is like it's like glass, and underneath it there are different kinds of trinkets and decorations. Once you get used to the fact that it's July, it's a pretty cool place, and the food was really good as well.
Yeah.
So we had some really good food. But
now, did they have any bubble machines?
Disappointingly, no.
Why? I don't. We need to further investigate this and get an answer.
Now,
you're missing a perfectly good opportunity to have bubble machines. Right?
Exactly. Now, if you go to the Bubble Room, you got to order. They have homemade potato chips with cheese bacon on them. Okay. And it's a pile. You got to order that appetizer.
Sounds good to me.
But now, honestly, Rob, our family is very practical. We do like to save money, but a lot of times we go do the lunch thing, and then we go back, and we had tons of snacks and things in the house.
Yeah. And
we might pick up a thing of wings or something simple. We keep it simple for dinner. So
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I will say that as I get older, I used to be where I would have to go out every night because I wanted to sample different restaurants.
Yeah.
I wanted to find some cool new place that we haven't been to and hit all the old spots. But the older I get, the less that's important to me. So I get it totally.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the canals for a second. Because I know in Cape Coral that's a big deal. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. Once you start getting into Cape Coral, you got your main roads. You don't really see a lot of it, but once you get, like, we got into our neighborhood area, all of a sudden here are these canals, and one was running right behind our house. And then it would, whenever you go up the road and the road would turn, the canal would, kind of followed along the canal. So you're sitting there on your back porch, and there's a canal right there. It's really cool. Really nice setting.
Was it big enough that you'd have boats on it, or no?
Yes. Now, I didn't see any boats.
Right.
But I didn't see any boats traveling it. We did see some boats behind some houses. So yes, it is definitely big enough for some boats, not huge boats, but yeah.
Okay, cool. Mm-hmm. So now when you guys do the beach, like, are there certain things that you do, like, other than the beach, other than restaurants, or is there anything that you normally do whenever you go to the beach that you did this time?
This time we didn't really do a whole lot other than the beach.
Yeah.
There was a time or two that my wife and the girls would go out, just do a little shopping, do some souvenirs, things like that. But typically we'll look in the area, and Amber's really good about looking in the area to find out what's there, what there is to do.
Yeah.
But this time we were in the mood to just hang out and everybody do their own thing.
Nothing wrong with that at
Right.
all.
Exactly.
So what's the verdict on Cape Coral? Thumbs up, thumbs down?
We love Cape Coral, but I'm going to say this. We've talked already about going back, but I think our verdict is, if we go back, we're going to go to Sanibel and stay right on the beach.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
So if you've never been to Sanibel, check it out.
All right, man. Well, thanks for sharing.
Hey everyone, if you're ready to plan your next family vacation, call my dad. He would love to help you as a certified travel agent. He never charges a fee to help you plan your vacation. Email him at rjones@starsteptravel.com. Get started planning your vacation today.
Well, that does it for this week's show. Join us next week as I recap my family vacation to Seacrest Beach. Lots of great information coming up about good old 38. Till next time.
Thank you for listening to The Family Vacationer. Make sure and subscribe to hear more of Rob and Danny.